And now we do. Yes, we're live with the audio this time. We are playing against the Kricketune Pasta Palace in week 1 of the Gen 4 draft league. So very excited for this. I think we're going to be started in just about 2 minutes here. So that's just enough time for me to do a quick rundown of the team. So yeah, let's talk about it a little bit. First of all, we have Dialga. We are running Origin form this time around. I don't like the way it looks, but the stat boosts are hard to argue with. We have a very specific speed tier where with a single Icy Wind from Weavile, we can outspeed anything, including max speed Origin Palkia, which is the fastest thing that this team has access to. So that is very nice. And then we put in a bunch of stats into HP. That is to avoid getting one shot by Lucario. Lucario is a big problem overall, especially physical Lucario. We do have a lot of natural special bulk. Gardevoir can survive a flash cannon from a special Lucario, but will not be surviving like an Iron Head or Meteor Mash because it's just so physically frail and especially bulky. So we do have to watch out a little bit for that, but yeah, otherwise we have enough special attack to one-shot that Lucario with an Earth Power, which is our coverage move of choice. We're not really ever coming close to one-shotting Palkia, but that's okay. Darkrai, probably not going to come. We are running Disable so that we can protect and then punish potential, like, if we could potentially punish a close combat, stop that from coming out by using that Disable. Could be an interesting way to play if, the game game 1 doesn't really work out. We do have enough speed to outspeed that max speed Palkia, like we mentioned before, and we have the rest in all special bulk. This will help survive Aura Sphere if it does happen to be special Lucario, which, again, it probably isn't, probably shouldn't be. But yeah, we didn't need very much special attack anyway, and we're not surviving a close combat under any circumstances. So we may as well cover for the one we can. Weavile is a fully supportive set. Sash, Fake Out, Icy Wind, Taunt. I was considering a potential Trick Room option. Palkia is a good setter, and Taunt will help us deal with that if it does happen to be Covert Cloak or something. Gardevoir, this one, Destiny Bond is really nice if I do get speed advantage against the Lucario because of an Icy Wind drop. Destiny Bond can help me punish that Lucario, taking me out. Aura Sphere does one-shot the Lucario, so I have just enough special attack for that. The rest all in bulk, so I have the highest chance possible of surviving a potential special Lucario. Magmortar's just here to cover against Lucario, and it can deal with the Lucario with Overheat. That is a one-shot, even with no special attack investment. We've been full defensive bulk because we expect physical Lucario to be a problem. And then Torterra, finally. This Pokemon really is just here to deal with Rhyperior. One really interesting trick I've done is this defense is minimum defense. And this actually almost guarantees that an Ice Punch with the Yachi Berry from Rhyperior will put me in Overgrow range, which allows me to Revenge KO with a Seed Bomb. That Overgrow is the difference maker to make that Seed Bomb into a KO or not. So that's kind of fun. But yeah, Torterra is mostly here to just Shell Smash and threaten Lucario with ground moves and threaten Rhyperior with grass moves. Helps in the Trick Room scenario because it doesn't have a ton of speed. It is just under mid speed Palkia, so that is pretty nice right there. And yeah, with Shell Smash, it still has enough speed investment to be faster than everything, so it's pretty nice on both sides. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. It's time to go ahead and copy the command and send a challenge. Okay. Did I put it in right? Oh, it's N. It should be N, right? They definitely. I wonder what the M stands for. I don't know. They told me their name is R.M. Shaw now. Oh, I need to log in. That's why it's not working. I was like, what the heck? Alright, yeah, we'll log in. And then we can find it. Great. And now I'll send the challenge. Apologies for that confusion there. I didn't realize I was not logged in. Hopefully this challenge does not have a problem. And we'll just send it and see how we do. I didn't practice for this at all. I did a lot of time. I spent a lot of time like tweaking the using the damage calculator and stuff, but I didn't run any actual practice games. I do feel like in week 1 it's harder to practice because you have literally like no idea what they're gonna run. After week 1, you sort of get an idea for what people are settling into, especially week 3 and 4. But I mean, this is so early that no. You're asking me if Lucario Z is allowed. It is not. That's probably what was the holdup. They probably were realizing that the Mega CE doesn't work. Now they want 5 minutes. That's fair if you don't realize it. Well, then we could talk a little bit more about how we're planning to approach it. No problem. As we wait. Yeah, so the goal is probably going to just be, or, the game 1 plan is just going to be to lead Weavile with Dialga. Outside of Lucario, Dialga has really good matchups, and Weavile sort of solves that Lucario matchup fairly well, because you can always fake out on turn 1. Lucario basically has a couple of options, like you could double protect to avoid the fake out. That's pretty legit. If you do that, couldn't be a problem. But then the next turn I can just go for Icy Wind plus Earth Power, and I should be able to outspeed the Lucario with that Weavile and get that Icy Wind into Earth Power combination, no problem. To take out that Lucario before it gets to do anything. Now, you could stay in, and then you have Inner Focus on base Lucario, but with Inner Focus and no access to adaptability, you cannot one-shot this Dialga, so that way you could take a bunch of damage on Dialga, and you'll get KO'd by the Earth Power. You could technically like stay in on both, whatever the Dialga pair is, and then double up the Dialga, like that could be a problem. If you're going for Trick Room, then Weavile Fake Out Pressure really helps against that as well as alongside the Taunt. But yeah, there's pretty much no way Lucario can survive with the Weavile helping the Dialga. And then Dialga pressures the rest of the team very well. It matches up extremely well into Palkia. The other Pokemon on the team. Yeah. Okay, cool. So I didn't really account for Leafeon, to be totally honest. Not something I expected to see. But that's okay. I do wonder if this is going to be Trick Room. Rhyperior is slightly problematic, but we'll do our best. We're just going to go with this Dialga Weavile lead. We're going to leave Darkrai on the bench this time around. Gardevoir is coming because if Palkia is saved for the back, it's nice to have Gardevoir in that situation. And then because I'm seeing Rhyperior, I'm questioning if I want Torterra. I mean, Torterra, Rotom Heat is also pretty bad for Torterra. It's pretty bad. I could just have Magmortar. I mean, Magmortar doesn't do that much either. Maybe we just... I don't know what I want actually as the last Pokemon, because I wanted Torterra, but Leafeon and Rotom Heat together is a little bit... It's a bit steep for Torterra, which leads me just to believe maybe I just bring Magmortar. But then if I lose Gardevoir and Dialga, I'm just cooked. Let's bring Darkrai for now. Didn't think I would bring Darkrai, but I am going to in the end. Okay, so Ludicolo and Palkia. So here you have the fake out pressure, but I have the faster fake out. So I'm pretty comfortable to just Dragon Pulse this Palkia and go for the fake out into the um, Ludicolo. Force Field does bring me to Sash. Oh, I can actually one-shot. I did not expect to be able to do that. Wow. Okay, sweet. Well, that's a good start. And now Lucario is on the field. So this is where I need to go for this Earth Power. With the Icy Wind, I'll be faster. And this Earth Power should be able... Now, if you have Bullet Punch or something, then that is a problem. But if you're going for Bullet Punch, then that means you're not attacking Dialga right now, which means Dialga can just continue to sweep. So I think that's kind of fine. I mean, you could be seeing like Encore from Ludicolo, but Weavile's just fast. So I don't know. You can't match the speed of this Ludicolo. The Icy Wind misses, but that Earth Power will finish off that KO. We see Giga Drain to finish off Weavile, but we're kind of chilling now at this point. We can bring in Darkrai. Who do we think is in the back? I'm gonna bring in Darkrai. It's Rhyperior. Okay. So there's probably some ground type move from Rhyperior. That's funny. I'm gonna go for Protect and just Dark Pulse. It probably won't do all that much, but I need to chip him. I think, yeah, it's probably like Earthquake or High Horsepower into Dialga. Whatever it is, I want to disable it. Just take the 40% chip, no problem. Giga Drain does a pretty good amount, actually. Earthquake. Okay, didn't see that one coming. But I think it's okay. Because I think going for this Earth Power... No, wait, why would I do that? I could just Flash Cannon and go for the Hyper Voice. It should be more than enough damage to take out Rhyperior before it gets another attack off. I could have gone for the double protect if I really wanted this to disable, but I just think it's okay to just do this. Yeah, it is Ludicolo. It can't do it by itself, so we take that game one. It is unfortunate if you think you have Lucario Z to suddenly realize you don't, because that changes the whole speed equation, which is a big deal. So I do feel kind of bad about that. But I wrote it in the rules, and I made an announcement about it, so... Okay, knowing that it is Rhyperior in the back kind of makes me want to bring Torterra. Like, Torterra would have been okay there, you know? It was actually no Palkia, right? No, Palkia got one shot at the beginning. Okay. I'm gonna bring Torterra this time. Rotom, Heat, and Rhyperior. Okay. I mean, this is a much better lead for sure. Rotom Heat is annoying for me. We're gonna go for the Flash Cannon and the Fake Out into the Rhyperior. I don't want to allow this Rhyperior to hit me. Ideally, so obviously you could go for Protect Overheat. That would be the best thing that you could do, but you don't really know what I'm going for necessarily. So I feel comfortable with this. I'm glad I have Gardevoir, because I almost decided to leave that one. So the Fake Out will work. Will-O-Wisp goes into the Weavile, but that's not a big deal. Flash Cannon, and then you flinch. So this is fine. This is going pretty well. Because I can finish off this KO with the Flash Cannon. Before you can really do anything. And I'm down to just swap into Gardevoir. Although, do I really want to? Because I could just go for a Detect. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for the Detect so that I have... Yeah, that Will-O-Wisp won't do much because I am a special attacker, so it's kind of fine. I mean, obviously the chip damage is annoying, but I'll be fine. Yeah, I want that Icy Wind pressure, basically, on Lucario. So keeping in Weavile for that is pretty important. Yeah, so now we can go for Dragon Pulse into the Palkia. We'll just send an Icy Wind. Cooking with Electric is nice. Child of Mollusk? I'm not sure what that's a reference. That's like just Child of Mine, but Child of Mollusk. Icy Wind will come out. Get the speed drop. Very important. Dragon Pulse can kill that Palkia. I'm shocked that Dragon Pulse can kill the Palkia. That is game changing. But yeah, Earth Power now just kills Lucario, no problem. We're gonna go for... We're just gonna go for the Icy Wind spam. There's no reason really to do anything else. You know, like the more speed advantage, the better. And with the speed advantage, we could take out that Lucario. Overheat does finish off the Weavile. But this Rotom by itself is just not gonna be able to get done what it needs to do. And so we'll take that. And yeah, that's week 1. I feel like if you don't get surprised by the fact you can't use one of your Pokemon at the last second, it's probably a lot more competitive. I feel bad about that. If you're counting on Lucario to be faster, then you know, because if it is faster, then it makes a big difference. But it not being faster than Weavile is a big problem for you because Weavile can get the Icy Wind off every time. So, yeah, thanks for tuning in. Thanks to Rhea for playing. Well played. Good game. And really happy to have the first match of the Gen 4 season under my belt. Got the W, so that's exciting. And that's all we have for you. Bye.